Well, it's not necessarily a fun topic to discuss, but it sure is important. I'll just say it, constipation can be a simple problem to help children get through, but if you don't, it can cause lasting issues. Dr. Manu Sood is the medical director for gastroenterology at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. Doctor, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Maybe sometimes parents don't talk about this because it's a little embarrassing for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and start talking about how we can identify in children when they may be struggling with getting things out.
So usually children, when they start having pain during bowel movements, they'll adopt different postures. They can squeeze their butt cheeks to avoid having a bowel movements. That's usually a common sign. Or if your child comes and tells you that they're having pain during bowel movements, so they start avoiding going to the toilet.
Well, it's because of that latter part that you get concerned in the medical community when they start doing that, when they start have a small problem, but they turn it into a larger one because then they get afraid to go to the bathroom.
That's true, and I think some children can become so determined to withhold that they can avoid having a bowel movement for 7-10 days, and then they get impacted. A lot of children will then have what we call overflow incontinence, and that can become a chronic problem.
Let's talk about if you identify some of these symptoms in your child and you think, boy, I need to help out here. There are easy home remedies that you can do to help move things along.
That's right. I think 3 things parents can do is to encourage their child to have a balanced diet, which is adequate in fluid and fiber. If your child has chronic problem, just adding fiber doesn't help. That's a common mistake. So going for an over-the-counter stool softener is helpful. If that doesn't help, then you need to see a physician. One more tip I like to give parents is that when they sit their child on the toilet, make sure they're comfortable, because you need to relax your pelvic floor and bear down. So make sure the seat is the right size and they have a stool under their feet so they can bear down.
Well, especially when they're learning, right? When you're in the process of potty training, it's that second part that's a little bit more difficult.
Exactly.
Well, and you made an interesting point also about hydration. I've noticed in my own kids, for whatever reason, it seems like they don't want to drink enough. As a parent, it's incumbent upon you to get to them and say, you got to be drinking some more water, got to be drinking fluids.
That's true, especially in the summer months, because I think if you are playing outside, you're sweating a lot, you're losing a lot of fluid. So constipation is quite common in the summer months as
well. And they forget, don't they? I mean, they forget. Sometimes they forget to go to the bathroom on time. They forget to stay hydrated and do that. So you have to remind them as parents.
That's true. There are too many distractions these days, like video games and maybe watching too much TV.
Well, I definitely recommend watching a lot of television, Doctor. But thanks again so much for your advice. And for more information on this topic or any of the health issues that we discuss in this time, Children's Hospital of Wisconsin has a lot of resources up on their website. You can link to it by going to TMJ4.com.